What's up guys? Good morning. Today I am going to assemble a gaming PC. This is upon request of my co-teacher. She asked me to assemble for her nephew a gaming PC. So this is it. These are the parts of the gaming PC. The casing. So this is a gaming casing, color white. We will attach all the parts there. And next we have this gaming power supply. Okay, the gaming power supply. Then we have MSI board A320. Then the most important part is this, the processor. This is Ryzen 5, and below it is the heatsink. And of course, gaming PC cannot run without this video card. So this is 4 gig video card, GeForce Galax 1050 Ti. Then the next part is this SSD 240 gig. It is better to use SSD than hard disk because it is said that SSD runs 10 times faster than the hard disk. The 8 gig RAM. Then the other parts, the peripherals, we have the fans, we have headset, then the other parts, the keyboard and mouse, the monitor will be added later. Now we will mount the motherboard and fix it inside the casing. Now we are placing the screws. Be sure not to apply too much force in placing the screws because it may damage our motherboard. There are about 4 to 6 screws. And there it is. We have already fixed the motherboard inside the casing. Now it's the time to install the processor in the socket. The processor is the brain of the computer. First is to lift the lever up and then fit the processor in the socket and close it back. Now it is there, it is locked already. A thermal paste is applied on top of the processor. It acts as a medium of heat transfer from the processor to the heatsink. And we also have placed the heatsink and the processor fan. Next is to install the 8 gigabytes RAM or memory. Be sure that it is fitted in the socket and to lock both ends. A memory, if it is not installed well, it may be a cause of no display during the formatting phase. A gaming computer also needs a gaming power supply. We do not use a generic power supply here because it may burn the whole computer. Install the wirings properly. It may also be a cause of no display later if the wirings are not installed correctly. Our system unit is almost done. We have installed already all the vital parts. The processor, the RAM, the video card are there. Then the gaming power supply, the SSD are already in place. And we are done with the first stage, which is the assembling of the hardware parts. The second phase is the programming of the computer. Now we are using this bootable USB to install Windows 10 to the system. We are now entering the BIOS program of the motherboard by pressing the start button followed by pressing delete key in the keyboard. We are entering the BIOS because we want our bootable USB to become #1 priority in the system. We are selecting our USB and place it as the #1 priority in the system. The Windows 10 program installation has already started running. After installing the operating system, the Windows 10 operating system, we are now installing the board drivers and the video card driver. We are using here the driver packs 17 because it contains almost all the necessary drivers for your PC. Now we are installing the Microsoft Office to the system. The Microsoft Office is a package of Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and Publisher programs. And this is it. All the hardware and software installations are done. And if you ask me how much does it cost to build this gaming PC, for me it is the cheapest build of gaming PC because we prefer AMD Ryzen 5 instead of using Intel processor. The Intel processor is much higher in price compared to AMD. The whole installation cost about 28,000 pesos. Other gaming PCs cost about 50k to 100k, including the gaming table and the chair. The owner of this PC is happy to receive her unit in good condition. Thanks for watching.